What excites me most about being a teacher at AACC is having the opportunity to work with students who come from diverse backgrounds. As a first-generation college student myself, I appreciate the tenacious spirit and the drive of our students. I specifically love being able to work in a classroom with students who sometimes drastically range in age. In fact, a few weeks ago in my Spanish conversation class, one of my 17-year-old ECAP students turned in a written reflection on a presentation that was given by her 75-year-old classmate. In her reflection, she shared that she, quote, wants to be like Molly when she is older. She elaborated by pointing out how she admired her adventurous spirit, openness to other cultures, and desire to be a lifelong learner. Her comment literally stopped me in my tracks for a moment of gratitude. It made me think of how blessed I am to be part of the journeys of so many people. People who work multiple jobs in order to be able to afford college, people who are working to break the cycles of homelessness and food insecurity, veterans who have seen war-torn lands, and single parents, just to name a few. That said, what excites me most about being an educator is seeing these students rise above their challenges because they simply refuse to be defined by their circumstances. For this reason and many others, there is no other profession in the world that I would rather than that of being a teacher. I have a passion for pedagogy and love to challenge myself to develop lessons that engage my students in creative ways. I'm fascinated by how our brains learn and use that knowledge to balance my lessons in a way that reaches all students. For example, I strive to incorporate movement and collaboration in all of my lessons. It is not unusual to see students in my Spanish classes using manipulatives such as balloons, paper plates, balls, scarves, fly swatters, Jenga games, dice, magnetic numbers, and beach buckets to learn concepts as simple as the gender of nouns or concepts as complex as the change in political power in a Latin American country. I believe students need to be challenged, but I also believe it is my responsibility as an educator to be creative in how I provide the scaffolding they need to meet that challenge.